Hey everybody, Digger coming at you with another little party bus update, and I'm starting to get aggravated with cameras. I've been doing the last few videos on my phone, and now today for some reason, I don't know, I can't edit the videos on my phone. The Movavi editor is telling me that the videos are corrupt, but in every other possible way on the phone, those videos are fine. So I don't understand why it's telling me they're corrupt. So I can't edit the videos on my phone now. So I've got to go back to the old school Osmo Action, which I absolutely love this. And I don't know why my screen just went dark. But the Osmo Action is a great camera, but the editing screen just went off. I can't see myself now. God, this thing, I fired it up, and for some reason it went into a completely full reset, so I had to go back through the whole menus and configure everything. Well, apparently I've got my screen timeout not set right, so hopefully I'm pointing the dang camera at myself. I don't know. But what we're trying to do here is show you a video, the videos that I made yesterday that I can't edit today, that now I have to remake on the Osmo Action, which means 3 hours of editing on the computer instead of 30 minutes of editing on the phone. So it's a little aggravating, and now with this thing resetting, that's even more aggravation. Over the last week I've went through some crap with stuff aggravating me and everything like that, but we're getting there. So we'll turn this thing around and I'll film again some of the stuff that I did yesterday and give you guys a little idea of what's going on. Stop. Okay, so this is our big old stereo box. We've got 110 volt and USB-C and USB, I think those are A's on there, but he wanted that in here so that people could charge their phones and stuff like that, so we got that in there. This is the switch box, which right now this switch, and well, those three switches are going to be for the LED lights. One will be for the uppers, lowers, and the seat back lights. Got 12 volt charger here. Screen just went dark again. This does work. It tells you the voltage of the vehicle. This one has more USBs, and then we put a little pocket down here. That way, if they're charging their phone, they got a place to put their phone at. Then the head unit goes here, which the reason it looks weird like this is because we're using a tablet style head unit. This, don't mind the rubber gasket, but that's as deep as the stereo is because there's no CD or DVD or anything in this. You have to do it all off the tablet, which I think is kind of neat. So that tablet, you can see the line up in here, but that tablet's going to sit up here on an angle. And then I've got a little plate that I'm going to put there. We'll show you that later. If you spin this around the back or to the side, you see now we've got an electronic crossover in here. Everything has all been powered up and tested, so it all works. I just have to take it back apart again to do all the tweed covering on it and everything. But you can see right here we've got a positive terminal, we've got a negative terminal. So those wires that are all coming into the bus now that you've seen laying over, those are all going to come up into this slot and then go off to hook up to the big terminals. That way that powers everything that's in this box. Oh, and on this electronic crossover, it does have a bass boost piece which plugs in right here, drill a hole, and the bass boost comes up here that way. And this has a, well, I can show you. This has a cover that will be magnets holding that on. That way only the owner knows that he can take that off to get in here and adjust things. These other three holes right here, I'm actually going to put the LED controllers up here, and that's what these powers down here. Those will go to the LED controllers. These powers right off to the switches then. So the LED controllers will be up here. That way he can, you know, adjust the lights however he wants and everything without the clients messing with it. We've got the switch box is over in here. You can see we've got these. Sorry, I'm holding it up. Little puppy's getting a little weight on it, but you can see we've got the power wires coming off the switches into these. That way the power comes into this thing, goes through the switches, comes out, goes into the LED controllers, and then when I put the LED lights in, they'll come up through here to hook up to the LED controllers. So that's how that works. Maybe you can see that a little bit better now. So once all that's covered and everything, that'll be cool. And I had to cut this slide in here, that way all those group of wires can come up into here. We still have to wire the actual LED lights that are going in the bus. That's the only thing I haven't done. There's the screen grills for that back wall. Just thought I'd mention that since they were there. So I'm going to head up to the shop here shortly and test fit this one more time, make sure everything works before I tear it apart to be recovered. And I've got some other pieces that I talked about before that I needed to cut and trim and everything before. I've got those already out in the van ready to go. So that's kind of the other video I did yesterday was a lot more in depth, but no way to use that video. So I'll let you know what's going on. I did come out here and got this garage all cleaned up. That way I can start doing some tweed work in here. You don't want to mess with tweed when you got sawdust everywhere. If you ever had sawdust get stuck in tweed, it's pretty nasty. It's hard to get out. So all right, that's what I'm gonna do is head up to the bus and God, I'm trying to talk without, yeah, okay, I'm gonna head up to the bus and get busy. So I'll catch you here in a little bit. All right, so now we're gonna show you, I got the LED lights, the controllers in here, and these are Bluetooth controllers. They're not the little cheap ones, and these are good ones. So if the owner wants to, he can actually Bluetooth these to his cell phone and control all the LED lights off of his cell phone. So we got that done the other day, and I've got these pieces with some notes and everything. These are going to be cut up and turned into that front platform where the wires are for the top, and also the back, which will be, you know, covered with some stuff. So that's kind of the plan today, is to do that. But hey everybody, are you subscribed? Are you subscribed? Huh? Are you subscribed? I'm not monetized or anything like that, but hey, why not? You get updated whenever I post new videos. You go, Swirly. If you guys remember right, I just made a video the other day about how it's been an aggravating week. Well, yesterday we had a great show, car show up here in Huber Heights. So I went up there, drove the van, had a great day, everything was fine. It did rain, but you know, most everybody stuck around and just weathered through it, and everybody had a good time. When it was all said and done, I went back to my van and my driver's door wouldn't open. Somebody at the car show, when I parked, there was nobody on either side of me. Later that day, a friend of mine came. He parked next to me on the right side. The left side was still open. It was still open. It was still open. Didn't think anything of it. Went to get in my driver's door. Driver's door wouldn't open. Somebody apparently decided to back in next to me at the show and backed into the front fender of my van. And then, like a little pussy, they left. So we're trying to figure out who did. You know, with Gopher Rider Video, he's got video of everything that happened at the show. Everything. So we're going to be reviewing the video to find out who may have done such a thing, and also I'm going to put feelers out on Facebook in a couple different groups. We're going to see if any of the 1,000 people that were standing around that place, see if anybody happened to notice anybody backing into my van and going, oops, I screwed up, and left without saying anything to the owner. That was the top of my aggravating week right there. So I'll throw a little bit of pictures in here. I did, when I got home last night, it was raining and everything like that, but I just couldn't stand it, so I did go out there and I was able to pry the fender out away from the door, so that I can at least open and close my driver's door. But it wasn't, the damage wasn't severe. You know, it's just bad enough to not be able to open the door. But the whole idea, I was so disappointed with the car community yesterday, just because at a car show, which most everybody knows Digger around these car shows, and they also know my van. So I just have a hard time believing that whoever did that didn't know whose van it was or why it was there. But and then just went off and didn't say anything. So we've got some plans for them whenever we find out who did it. He's either gonna pay up or he's gonna get backed into by my van with a big ass hitch on the back. But I hate being vengeful, but man, that the pure dishonesty of people these days that don't care about admitting when they screwed up. If he would have just came up to me and said, dude, I know that's your van, I screwed up, I accidentally backed into it, I would have looked at it and said, you know something, I can fix it, don't worry about it. But and I will, but probably next spring. But they didn't say anything, and that is what really aggravates me. So I'll take you outside here in a second and kind of give you, like I say, it's not severe damage, it's just the idea behind it. So I'll take you outside and show you a little bit. Alright, so if anybody's ever seen this van, it's not perfect, it's got rust, but as far as dents, it didn't have any. There were no, the van was great, other than a little bit of rust, which I could fix. But right here is where somebody backed into it, and I'm guessing it was probably a 4-wheel drive truck, which I did see a big black square body up there, and I did some measurements, and next time I see that truck, I'm gonna measure the bumper. So if you're watching this, you might want to lower or raise your truck before I see it. But when they hit right here, it actually pushed the fender in, and it made it to where when I opened up the door, you know, the way the door opens, it kind of goes inside, but the fender was pushed in enough that it couldn't go inside. So my door literally would only open that far. So but with the 2 dents that are in it, I really think it was a 4-wheel drive's, you know, I call them a double bumper, or a double bumper, double bubble bumper that kind of has a little inset between 2 radiuses, and I'm thinking that that's what hit right there. But let me zoom in a little bit closer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like I say, it's not bad, it's just the idea behind it. Alright, so as we get up close on it, like I say, if you look, you can definitely see a dent right here where they scraped it here, and it did get into the door. There's 2 little outsies, one right there and one right there, that stick out of the van that'll have to be pounded down. The edge is a little bit, it's just a little bit messed up. But down here, they also hit it hard enough that they actually dented this fender. They creased it in right here. I don't know how well you can see all that on this camera. So that's why I'm thinking it was a double bubble bumper that hit that, and being 37.5 inches and 41 inches off the ground, or whatever it is, I measured it, I wrote it down. But I'm thinking that when they backed in, they hit just like this, boom, they slid down the fender, smacked into the door, and then said, oh crap, I hit somebody's car. They put it in drive and left. Now you can see up here we have a little bit of alignment problem right there. Like I say, this is all goofed up, and there's a dent down here. And like I say, it wasn't that the damage was that bad. It was just the idea that somebody at a local car show actually did this to somebody else and left. I found that to be just very disappointing in the car community. So that's what happened with that. So like I say, she ain't nothing special, you know. I mean, I just showed you guys a video the other day of it and everything, but it isn't anything special. But you know something? It's mine, and whoever did it, you had no right to do that. And karma will catch you. I can tell you that right now. Whether it's me or something else, something's gonna happen, because karma's a bitch. So sorry for the language, everybody, but this shit just gets on my nerves. So that's all we got for today. So we will catch you on the flip side. And remember, the party starts here, and we'll get you some more videos as soon as I take the Osmo action camera back up to the bus, because I've already done some other stuff with that is on the cell phone videos that I can't use. So I've got to go up and remake that with this, and we'll do that tomorrow. So we'll catch you on the flip side. Remember, the party did start here. So catch y'all on the flip side. Digger is out.